I'm here with Digby today because we're in our kitchen. I thought I'd just get him to say hi. Hello. I'm gonna give you a little bit of an insight into what I have at home. A lot of you have been asking about the vegan foods, and I know that a lot of you loved the video that I did with James. I literally haven't bought anything, haven't touched the foods, haven't organised any cupboards. The cupboards have been organised. But apart from that, I haven't bought any new products, so this is all legit. So, this is something that every vegan should have. It's called Nutritional Yeast. I still don't really know a lot about it, but I know that it adds flavour to sort of vegan meals that you're making. I used it yesterday when I was making a cheese sauce for lasagna, and it kind of gives it that like extra kick. It's also rich in B vitamins, so it's a great source of vitamins and minerals. It says here it's got a cheesy, nutty taste. It's perfect for cheese sauces, and I for one really missed cheese sauces when I became vegan, so this is great. Another thing that I recently discovered are these vegan eggs. It's quite clever because the packaging is like designed to look like eggs, but when you open it up, it's actually a powder, and you kind of use the powder to make portions of scrambled eggs, or you can make omelettes or whatever, and you mix it with ice cold water, and then you can like whisk it up and fry it. I'm going to be honest, it doesn't taste exactly like eggs, but the texture is very similar. If that's something that you love and you really don't want to miss out on, then definitely try it. It's important to like season it with salt and pepper and stuff just to give it a bit of extra flavour. It's quite nice to have something that, you know, looks or tastes similar to what you used to eat every day or whatever. And I used to eat eggs a lot, so I like this. Coconut flour from Biona. They're an amazing vegan brand. They have so many things, like they have this almond butter. They've also got their peanut butter, but it has all like natural ingredients. Okay, so it has a pancake recipe on the back, which immediately for me is just like tick. I love pancakes. When I first became vegan, I was like, what am I gonna do? It's got eggs in the recipe though. But you can actually use the eggs that I showed you to make things like pancakes, which is really cool. You can use it as like a base for cakes and stuff. And then this flour is just like an extra kind of nutritional sort of replacement for normal flour, which I really like. Okay, so I also have this coconut cream, which I've yet to use, but it's from Blue Dragon, and it's basically just like pure coconut extract with water. It's really good for sauces again. I want to use it to make like a vegan korma because I'm obsessed with kormas. And only until recently I used to ring Indian curry houses and be like, oh hi, what do you use for your korma recipe? And they'd always use double cream, single cream, and it was just like the most upsetting news ever. So I want to make my own korma with coconut cream, and it is way better for you than like dairy cream. Cashews. I have a lot of nuts in here because nuts are really good for you. They're a really great source of protein. You can involve them in a lot of recipes. I use cashews to make sauces, so particularly for pasta. For sauces, what you do is leave them in some water overnight or for a few hours. Sometimes if you're in a rush, I like to boil water, and you only have to leave that in for like an hour, and then you can just blend them. Depends what you're making, but you can put like extra water or extra milk or almond milk or cashew milk or something in there, and you can make a really nice cream sauce. So these are really useful to have, definitely. Raisins. These are actually James's raisins. So that is this cupboard done. Look at that, so organised. These are Seitan Pieces. As you know from my last video, vegan food video, seitan is like a really great meat alternative for vegans, and it's really high in protein. So these are just pieces that you can like use for stir fries or casseroles or anything really that you would use meat for. And you can literally just fry them. They last like forever, so it's really useful to have. These are, again, a really high source of protein, and they're great for using with rice or lentils or anything, and vegetables, and you can just mix them all up and it gives it that extra bit of flavour. I really recommend getting some black beans. These are some of these snacky things that are high in protein, very similar to meat, entirely cruelty free. So yeah, these are great for on the go. I like to stock up on these because I'm constantly rushing. I also have some naughty things in here. Just because I'm vegan doesn't mean I don't eat junk food. I love junk food. I have a serious sweet tooth. These are vegan. You'll find quite a lot of sweets are vegan if you really look, like in Whole Foods and stuff. The strawberry laces are luckily vegan. These are the best thing ever. I was like freaking out about what I was going to eat when I became vegan, because I was like, oh my god, I love chocolate. You know, I love sweets, but I am really a chocolate girl. Someone told me about these and I didn't really believe them. I was just like, no, they're not going to be as good as chocolate, because how can they be? And they're better. They're actually better. This one's made out of cocoa powder, but a lot of chocolates are made out of cacao. They're like truffles, hazelnut truffles. If you are a chocolate lover and you're turning vegan or you want to try it out, definitely buy Bougie Bougie. They do chocolates and ice creams and loads of things, so try them out. These sort of ready meal packets are really handy to have. This one's chickpeas and quinoa. I think it's like a minute to heat up, and you can just mix it with stir-fried vegetables or seitan, put a bit of sauce in there, and you've got yourself a really healthy meal. These chickpeas are really useful if you're making like a stew or a curry or casserole. Again, really good source of protein. You'll see some things up there that aren't mine, because I do live with a boy who isn't vegan. So when James went on his 1 week, which turned into 5-day vegan trials, we got him this vegan protein because he's really into protein. He mixes it into like shakes and things all the time. It's called Stripped. It's made out of pea and hemp, and it's chocolate flavour. I've had it before. I mix it in with some porridge and some almond milk, and it's like chocolate porridge. Each scoop has 20 grams of protein. It's a lot. So in the fridge, not everything's vegan, because James eats eggs. He also eats chicken. That's about as far as it gets in terms of having to like look at things that offend me. So it's quite minimal, which is good. If you like butter and you like having toast, or you use butter to cook things in, like I like to use butter to cook mushrooms because I just think they taste nicer. This is dairy-free butter from Flora. It's just like pretty much the same. It's got a slightly different taste. I've got used to it now and I literally love it. It's 60% lower in saturated fat, so it's worth getting even if you're not vegan because it's healthier. Veganese. This is really good. Like, I never really used to eat mayonnaise that much, but it's quite good for sandwiches and things. It tastes exactly the same. It's good for chips. It's made with pea protein, which is really cool. These are my go-to milks. Rude Health is kind of my favourite brand for vegan milk, and this one is almond milk, and it's a lot more creamy than some of the other brands. And I've recently started drinking this hazelnut milk, which is really kind of like scrummy, delicious. I've tried a few vegan yogurts and they haven't been that similar to what I used to eat, but these ones, they're Alpro. They are banana and strawberry and peach and pear flavour, and they're really creamy and like delicious. Actually, a friend of mine the other day was like, I just don't know what I do about yogurts. And I was like, you have to try these because they taste the same and they're delicious. I have this little pot of parmesan that's nearly finished. It tastes really similar to parmesan. It's perfect for pastas and things like that, and it's from Follow Your Heart. I got it from that vegan shop that I told you about, Green Bay. I have a whole shelf of cheese, which is a bit unnecessary, but I like cheese, what can I say? This is the vegan gourmet shreds that we filmed about in the last video. These are the cheddar alternative and they're really, really good. As you can see, it's pretty much empty. But I use this for pasta all the time. I even put it on a pizza the other day. Violife is something that you can get pretty much everywhere now. I have to say, I personally really like it. I use it for cheese toasties, so I'll have like a cheese and Marmite toasty, just like use a slice or whatever, 2 slices. And it's a bit like the kind of cheese that you used to put on a burger, quite fake tasting, but I really like that, so if you're into that, definitely get this. So this is Marinated Tofu. I haven't tried it yet. Tofu is something that I definitely have got really into recently. I never used to I always used to think it was really tasteless. It's a great source of protein. It really depends on how you marinate it. So this is already marinated and it's from Clear Spot Organic, and you can just mix it into like noodles or anything really. It's really good. And I like to have tofu in the mornings. So this is already open. This is the Cauldron Tofu original. Basically what I do is I crumble it into a frying pan with red peppers in the morning, and I put some soy sauce in there and just eat it literally like that, and it tastes amazing. Soy sauce is key to give it flavour. My main sort of go-to vegetables is spinach. I put that in quite a lot of things. Broccoli, I love. I like to have vegetables with all my meals because I eat a lot of carbs. Avocados are a good one. They're a great source of healthy fats. When I first became vegan, I didn't really have a lot of fat intake, and because my main sort of source of fats before was definitely dairy. You've got to sort of include it in your diet, otherwise you will get unhealthily sort of low in body fat. You need it to keep warm and to live. They're really good for making dips or for sandwiches, salads, anything really. I also have red peppers in here, some green apples, some green olives, some bread. Most bread's vegan, but I like to have, if I'm in a rush in the morning, toast with peanut butter and bananas, or toast with peanut butter and jam, which sounds like a little child, but it's like so nice. People were asking about what I make for breakfast and lunch and dinner and things. My kind of breakfast go-to is definitely the tofu crumbled with vegetables, spinach, peppers, mushrooms, whatever you want to do, with some toast. And sometimes I'll throw in like some vegan sausages or some vegan bacon and some hash browns. Depends how hungry I am, but that's a kind of typical breakfast for me. And then for lunch, I've got a lot of frozen foods. Vegan mac and cheese, and it's from Amy's Kitchen, and it's made out of like rice milk. It's gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. It's definitely a healthier alternative to normal mac and cheese. You can put it in the microwave, and you can literally, I like to cook it with peas, frozen peas, mix it all up together, and it's just, it takes a bit of getting used to, because it's very different to mac and cheese, but then you kind of forget what the original mac and cheese tastes like, and then you're like, this is all I know, and I love it. So I definitely recommend doing that. So this is another meat alternative. Fries is a vegan frozen food company, and you can have them with gravy, potatoes, all those kind of things. And it's a good source of protein, but it's also, again, it's just one of those comfort meals that you really just crave when you become vegan. So I definitely recommend checking out Fries. They also do really good chicken nuggets, really good. When I have friends around and stuff, I like to kind of like feed them my vegan food, because I'm kind of showing off a little bit and being like, yeah, this is still great and delicious. And I like to shock people, because they're like, oh my gosh, trying to force me to eat vegan food. And I'm like, yeah, just try it, seriously, just try it. And every time they're like, this is so good. I mean, most of my friends buy these vegan chicken nuggets now because they love them so much. I recently found out that Corn have started making vegan chicken pieces. If you really miss out on eating chicken, this is a great alternative because it's really high in protein, and it's actually better for you than chicken. It has less fat. It tastes amazing. It tastes pretty much the same. So that is a great alternative, Corn. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it really. That's kind of my kitchen for you. I do get a lot of takeaways. I love getting vegan pizza. The two places that I love getting it from are Basilico, because they let you do vegan cheese and you can just top it with like whatever you want. I like to get vegan cheese, truffle oil and mushrooms. Or Ferezza are quite good as well. Similar vibe, you just add on the vegan cheese, and you can also get a gluten-free base, which is really good. I cook a lot as well. It's a change in lifestyle when you turn vegan, but you can make it adaptable to you, which is really cool. There's a lot of variety of things that you can eat, which I know a lot of people don't believe me when I say. Still getting protein, still getting full, and still loving food. So those are really important qualities. If anyone else has any other questions, let me know, but I think I've covered everything, and I'm gonna definitely try and do some recipes. It's not something I've done before, but I think it would be cool to show you guys. So let me know if there's anything that you really would want to see, that you would miss out on, that you want to maybe make a vegan version of, and I will try and do that for you. So yeah, have a good week.